This has been a pain during construction because we're using temporary power for our pumps. It's been a big pain. What's up, everybody? We're back to episode 2 of Against the Clock. We're here at our 2026 Utah Valley Parade of Homes house. We're starting this in my favorite part of this property. There's gonna be a natural river running through this property. It's one of the reasons why I purchased this property, is for this landscape and for all the mature trees and this river. So today we're gonna walk through the house and give you a brief overview of everything we got going on. We had a couple special guests that we had lined up for this episode, but it's fallen through and we wanted to get something out and show where we're at with the project, and then we'll get Brian Hebden and Penny with Copper House on some of the following episodes. So let's go ahead, let's walk through the house, show you some of the cool details, some of the cool designs, and some of the features that we have going on. So we'll start here in the backyard. Since we're here, we obviously have a pool. There's gonna be a little pool house here, no bedrooms in the pool house. The reason the pool house was designed was mainly just for entertainment. As you walk over here, you'll see the pool is dead center lined up with the pool house. So that pool house is gonna have like an overhead garage door on it. Open up the garage door and we're gonna have a massive TV on that wall, so you can flip on a game, be in the pool, courtyard, outdoor kitchen, all entertainment with a game on in there. And there's also going to be like a couch, a lounge in the pool house, just kind of hanging out and watching a game while you're in the pool. Hot tub here, patio. This is a multi-slide door in the master that opens up both sides. We'll show more when we go inside, but it's a corner unit, so the whole thing opens up. And then this patio that goes right out here to the hot tub. One of my favorite features of the entire house, and I'll show you more when we get inside, is there's going to be a natural looking river that goes right here and along this corridor and comes and pools right here. So when you're inside, looking out those windows, there's going to be this natural looking river that flows here. It kind of looks like it flows into the pool. We are in the middle of, all of our exterior finishes. As you can see, exterior stone is going up. They're probably 70% done. We're really pushing hard to get them out of here in the next 2 to 3 weeks so we can start on our landscaping. It finally decided to be winter here in Utah, so it's pushed us back a little bit the last couple weeks because of all this snow. So as we walk around here, this will be outdoor kitchen. There'll be a fire pit right here, barbecue station right there. This is all paver patio. Again, opens up to the backyard, outdoor living space. Okay, so back here at the front of the house, as you can see, we're all tarped off, trying to finish our stone on the front. This is gonna have a beautiful driveway. It's gonna be all paver driveway instead of just typical concrete. It'll be a nice Teco block looking paver. Let's go inside and show you some details in there because we can't really get in the front door. An interesting feature on this garage is this kind of back entry overhead garage door. So in this neighborhood where we're at, since there's so many mature trees, the neighborhood has a deal with the city that no garbage trucks can come down this neighborhood. They do that to preserve all the big trees, and then the roads are so narrow. So the homeowner has to take their garbage cans out to the front of the neighborhood. So we designed this little area right here for someone this will get built up and then you can back a golf cart or a RZR or a side-by-side right into here, load your garbage, and then take it out to the front of the neighborhood. So that's why this garage door is here, specifically designed to, help with the garbage cleanup in the neighborhood and in your house. As we come in the house, we are in the stage of, we're just wrapping up tile Finished carpenters will be starting here in about a week. Cabinets start here in about 2 weeks. So we are really starting to like get all the final touches installed, and then cabinets and countertops and finished carpentry are gonna be jamming here, you know, through the month of March. So as you come in, that was the mud room. This is designed to be like a kid's craft homework room. It could also be used as an office, but the main intent was this to be kind of a kid's room right off the kitchen. This is a walk-in butler's pantry with full appliances, sinks, double ovens, steam ovens. And then as you walk into here, here's our kitchen. This is gonna be a really cool feature. If you remember back to our Silo Creek farmhouse, this kitchen is very similar to that house. It has a massive single island here, and then you have a small prep island and another small prep island with a walkway through it. So it's a 3-island configuration that I really love. Like I said, we did it in the Silo Creek house. And so we kind of, you know, wanted to put it here because it's such a cool idea. Cool dining room. This is gonna get like this wood transom out of finished carpentry that goes right here. And this is a dining room that I think probably has some of the best views in the house. You look out, you see the pool, river's back there. So that's gonna be a really cool room when it's all done. Entryway, massive arched double door for the front door. And then this statement piece fireplace. That's a 9-foot wide firebox. So it'll have a massive linear fire in there, fire burner. And then this area right here gets full plaster. And then as you can see, we brought some of the outside stone inside, and then this massive 13-foot tall window. In this house, we opted to just do windows instead of like those big multi-slide doors. I just feel like those multi-slide doors are really cool, but half the time they never get opened. So this was just a really cool way to take in the entire backyard without having to do a big multi-slide door. Let's walk this way. How's it going?
Good, and you?
Good, looks good around here.
Thank you.
Holy cow. So, okay. So this is probably the coolest feature of the entire house. We have this interior wall, interior beams. This is the hallway down to the master. As we go down to the master, as I mentioned yesterday, this is where, or not yesterday, 2 seconds ago, this is where that natural river will start. So as you're walking down this hallway, you look out and you see this water all the way following this corridor down to the master suite. It'll pond and pool right here and give you a really cool effect that it's dumping into the pool. So this is my favorite design feature of the entire house. And then you come into the master. This is a master sitting room. So we'll have, you know, a couple chairs here, fireplace, and then this was that corner unit door that I was speaking of. So this panel goes and slides to this side. This panel goes and slides to here, and this whole corner of the house opens up out to the beautiful backyard, the river. So this will be an amazing space when it's all done. It's got openings on both sides. And then this will be the primary suite. Bed on that wall. We have the same beams that you saw in the hallway. Obviously double-sided fireplace, and then, you know, master primary bathroom, double vanities, massive walk-in shower with a tub in front of it, and then a massive walk-in closet. So yeah, this area will be a suite, you know, really cool primary suite when it's all said and done. Beautiful views of the backyard, you know, high-end spa-esque bathroom. So let's walk this way actually. Gosh. Well, thanks guys, sorry to kick you out. So one thing that you'll notice throughout this entire house, there's a lot of arch details. Brian Hebden obviously designed this. One of the coolest features I think of the house is if you stand right here and look both ways, you have an exact replica of this arch and hallway through this entire corridor of the house. I think it's a really cool design feature. We'll have a beautiful tree right there, and then we'll also put a beautiful tree right there. So as you look down this hallway, you see these cool arches with a beautiful landscape piece on each end. Let's go upstairs. You'll also see, there's a cool just curved details kind of throughout. Really subtle, but give it that really cool look. This whole stairway is going to be Venetian plaster, very similar to a lot of the plaster jobs we've done in most of our homes. And then upstairs is just bedrooms for kids. Each bedroom has an ensuite bathroom. We're just finishing up tile work. So each of these are bedrooms, like I said, ensuite bathrooms. This one's my favorite tile that we used. So tile, single vanity, walk-in shower, and then walk-in closet. Each bedroom will have vanity, walk-in closet, walk-in shower. Let's go down to the basement. Randy, you want to be in this? This is Randy. He's the man making it happen.
What's up? Having fun.
He's the man making it happen.
Show the camera something.
Nice. I feel like I'm in like a mine or something. So welcome to the basement. I have to carry this little lantern around because all of our windows are covered up by the tarps. Down here in the basement, this basement is designed completely around, entertaining. So this will just be like a little sitting nook, some chairs, fireplace, TV, built-in paneling on all of these walls down here. Let's actually go this way. This bunk room is actually really cool. I've never done a bunk room like this before. So when we were designing this house, as I've mentioned in the past, this was gonna be mine and my wife's personal home. My wife's family lives out of state. And so we needed a place for her parents to come in and stay, but we also wanted a bunk room. So Penny at Copper House showed me a cool thing that she's done in a home down in the St. George Parade homes, where they did a king bed with bunk beds over the top of it. So we decided to implement that here. So we had an option for it to be a master suite. There's a walk-in bathroom, massive closet, or it could double as a bunk room. So we'll have a king bed with 2 twin beds suspended on top of it. I think it'll be a really cool detail and it'll finish out really nice. So this will be a really cool space for, like I said, that guest suite or bunk room. As we come over to here, as I was saying, this space was all kind of designed around entertainment. Lounge right here, there's enough space for pool table or ping pong. And then right here, this will be a kitchenette, fridge, dishwasher, microwave for popcorn or whatever. And then this is going to be the theater, TV room, whatever you want to call it. And then into here, this is your full size workout gym with an exterior entrance. So if you have friends coming over or whatever to come work out, they have their own way to get in and not come through the whole front of the house. This is a walk-in built-in sauna built by our sauna friends, the same ones that did our last year parade house. And then this is the sports court. This has been the troubled area of this entire house. So a little background of this property is with that river in the back, that brings a high water table. High water table means that the water is higher in the ground. So when we dug down into this sports court, we hit water, which I knew we were going to, but it was a little higher than we anticipated. So long story short, we got water, geological engineers involved, and we have a complete drainage system underneath this slab. As you can see right now, we have some water in here. This has been the bane and the biggest, scariest part of this job is we have 3 pumps that are working constantly, pumping water out of here. So anytime that river is running, which it is only a seasonal river, it doesn't run year round, the water table is higher and the pumps for this underground filtration system or water system, they are on and pumping water out. A couple days ago, someone actually unplugged our pumps and water filled up. When we're all said and done with construction, everything will be hardwired and there won't be things to plug in and out. They'll just be hardwired into the electrical system, so that shouldn't happen. But it's happened more than once. There's been multiple times where a sheetrocker or an outside guy doesn't know what the actual plugs are, or the outlets, what the things are plugged in, and they unplug them to plug in their saw or whatever, and this fills up. So, long story short, this has been a nightmare actually. It's been a bigger pain than I anticipated, but I think we have a good system down to mitigate and handle the water. We just switched out a pump to a faster pumping pump. And like I said, once everything's hardwired, we shouldn't have this issue, but it has been kind of the biggest issue of this project so far. This has been a pain during construction because we're using temporary power for our pumps. Once it is fully up and running and the house is finished, this won't be an issue. A lot of people have asked, okay, well, what if the power goes out? We have a backup solar power that's going to manage these pumps. So if the power goes out, it will kick to solar and the solar will run these pumps if the power goes out. So I'm not worried about this after construction is over, but during construction, it's been a big pain. All right, so that is, pretty much every square inch of the house or the property. We're coming along really well. I feel really good about the spot we're in correlation to when we need to be done for the parade. We're in a much different spot than last year. Last year was a whole nother beast in itself. This home is a lot less crazy, but it's still gonna have its challenges. So grateful, for the subcontractors, my team, for, really pushing this thing along, and we're excited to show you more as we start installing cabinets and finish carpentry here in the next few weeks. If there's anything else in the house that you guys want to see, don't be afraid to shoot us a comment. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.